Hey guys, in this video I will show you the best lineups that you can do with Viper to improve your gameplay, and you can send this video to your friends if they have decided that they want to play Viper and you want to show them some simple lineups to learn. And firstly, we will start with this simple post plant lineup on this default plant. For every lineup when you are attacking, you'll be standing in front of these boxes, just go into this corner, and if you want to go, just simply place your HUD line right at this spot, right below it, as I'm aiming right now. And you want to place there this little part. I'm gonna zoom on it now, and you want to just do it just simply like this. And then you just simply shoot it. The snakebite will land perfectly next to the generator and cover the area even in front of it, so that way you can choose if you want to plant anywhere in this spot. Second easy lineup will be for this spot. Once again, stand in front of these boxes, and this time you want to simply place your cursor right on this corner. Once again, simple to remember, and simply shoot it. The snakebite will land very fast and very easily cover the spike. These two lineups will be most useful when you are attacking on A side and you want to gain the control. So imagine that there's enemy right behind these dices. Once again, you want to stand right into this area. And for this one, you will be using your other HUD line, and you will be placing the end of a HUD line right at this spot. Just like this. I'm gonna zoom on it now, and you wanna place this right corner of it on this little line that is supporting that shelter. And then simply shoot it. If there's anyone holding you behind these dices, he will be taking damage and he should be easy kill since he cannot be hiding here anymore. And secondly, you can combine it with this one, with this simple lineup. Imagine once again that there's an enemy standing right here. Once again, stand in front of these boxes. For this lineup, you will be using a little line between your snakebite and your smoke, and you will be placing it right on this spot. There are these two colors, and you want to place it just where these two colors are connecting, just right here, just like this. I'm gonna zoom on it so you can see it easier, just like that, and then you simply shoot it. If you combine these two lineups, it will be very beneficial for your team, and the team won't have to worry about these two spots. Anyone who would be behind the generator should be a free kill, and if you combine it with these dices, taking control of A side will be much easier. On B side, there are two best lineups that you should be using. Firstly, with this post plant one, you just very simply want to be standing in this corner, just go here, and then you want to place your AWP right on this tube. This one. There. The tip of your AWP, of your smoke, just like this. I'm gonna zoom on it now so you can see it easier, just like that. And then you simply shoot it. Anyone who would be defusing would be taking damage, just like that, and it covers all around the dices perfectly. Lastly, there is this amazing lineup that you should be using. Imagine that there's someone holding you from these stairs and looking into B main. You can deny him standing in this spot with this simple lineup. Just go into this corner, and for this one you will be using the line in the middle between your wall and your smoke, and you will place it, the left side of it, right on this tip, just like that. And I will simply zoom on it now so you can see it better, and this is how you want it to look like. And then you simply shoot it. Very simple lineup to do and easy to remember. And if there's anyone on stairs, he has no chance of holding you from B main anymore, since he would be taking damage anywhere in this area. So we will simply start with this post plant lineup right at this spot. You want to stand right at this area behind this when there's a barrier going down, and you want to just simply place your cursor at this spot. You want to see this light and this corner, and you just simply align them into the right angle, just like that. And then you simply do your lineup, you shoot it. And it's gonna land perfectly at this area, covering the spike. And if you want it to land further, just aim a bit lower. When you are attacking on A side, there are these two spots which enemies might be holding. So I will show you two simple lineups that you should know. For both of these, you will be standing in this corner, right here. And for the first one, you will be using your HUD line where your toxic is. And you want to place it just like this. You want to place the left corner of the HUD line right at this spot, right on this slope area. Just like this, so it lines up perfectly. And then you simply shoot your snakebite. And the snakebite will land perfectly behind these screens. If the enemies are holding this corner, you can do this lineup. Once again, stand in this corner. And then you will be just simply placing the little tip on your mouse right on this middle bar, just right here. Just like this. So when you equip your snakebite, you place there this little dot and you shoot it. And it's gonna land perfectly, covering this back corner. And you can do both of these together and it will look like this. Firstly, you wanna do this one, and then go simply down and shoot your other one. You wanna do them as fast as you can, and meanwhile, in the meantime, your team should be pushing. And anyone who would be holding here would have a very hard time. Now let's move on to B side. Firstly, we'll start with this default post plant. You wanna stand on this cone right here in front of tunnels, and then you wanna simply place your crosshair right. There is this little grass on this side, and you wanna place your crosshair just as I'm placing it right now, right here. So that way you don't accidentally hit this line, just right here. And then you shoot it. And this is how it will look like. It lands pretty fast and you can get some easy post plant situations. Sometimes enemies playing behind this box and you can do a simple lineup and simply deny them staying there. Just wanna stand right here in front of tunnels, and then you will place your HUD line on this little line, on this little dot that is right here on this cable. Here. This one. And you pretty much place it anywhere in the middle of it, this right side of the HUD line, just like this. And then you simply shoot it. And it's gonna land perfectly behind this box. And if there would be anyone who he would have to fall back, he would be vulnerable, and it would be much easier for you to push. So that way you don't have to check all the way back. Sometimes enemies might be holding tunnels behind the pillar so that they can hide, and you can deny them standing in this position with this lineup. Once again, you wanna stand in this position as you did before, and this time you will be placing your little line between your Viper snakebite and orb in this little corner on this roof. It's pretty easy to remember, and you just place it like that. I will zoom on it, and you just wanna place the left corner into the left side of this gap, and then you shoot it. Anyone who would be here would get vulnerable and he would have to change his position, therefore it would be much easier for your team to push in. And we'll start right here on bind. First lineup will be right here in two lines. If there's anyone holding you and you are pushing with your team, all you need to do is go into this spot on chart, I mean right here into these doors, and stand there. Then all you need to do, you're gonna place your little line between your Viper snakebite and your smoke right here on this corner. Here. Right there. Just like this, as you can see as I'm placing it right now. I'm gonna zoom on it now, and this is how you wanna place it. And then you simply shoot it. This snakebite will land like this, and if there would be anyone trying to hold you from lines, it would be difficult for him to be anywhere near here. Another lineup will land right here behind this triple box. You wanna be standing right in this corner, in this spot. And then you will be placing your little mouse button when you equip your snakebite, the little crosshair above your mouse, right here onto these wires. I will zoom on it now, and you wanna place it just like this. Doesn't have to be very specific, just make sure that it's pretty much in the middle of them. And then you shoot it. And this lineup lands perfectly behind triple, avoiding anyone. On A side there is this very simple default plant. Once again, you wanna be standing right in this corner. Here. Right here. Then you wanna look up and place your crosshair right next to this little corner, right here on top. Just like that. And then you very simply shoot your crosshair. The lineup lands pretty fast and looks like this. Lastly, there is this very simple post plant lineup for this triple box. You wanna be standing all the way here in the back, behind showers, into this corner. Then you look up and there is this bigger gap in the leaves. Pretty much the only one there. This one. Then you just simply place there your crosshair. And when you are ready, you just simply shoot it. And it lands pretty fast and perfectly, right like this. Now let's move on to B side and start with this simple post plant lineup on the default plant. You wanna be on long in this corner, right here. And then you turn around and you will be placing the line between your AWP and wall
Here.
just on this
Here.
middle part of this box. Just like that. I will zoom on it now, and you want to do it like this. And then you shoot it. It lands perfectly around the spike and covers a lot of area, preventing anyone to be defusing. Second lineup will be for the backside if you are attacking. Stand in the same spot as you did before. However, this time you are not placing it right here, you are placing it on this corner. Just like that. Once again, that middle line as you did before, and place it just like this. However, this time you're placing the left side on this bottom left corner. Pretty easy to do. And then you shoot it. This snakebite lands perfectly behind sight, and if there is anyone, he has to go at least all the way back. He will take some damage and he will be vulnerable, so you can try to combine with spamming through this wall. Another simple lineups are these two. Pretty much, you just wanna be on here on long and aim right this, and you wanna run and shoot it to this snakebite, just like this. This way no one will see you, and this snakebite will land perfectly in the tube, so that there would be no one who can e-hook out of it. And if you aim a bit higher, just like this, pretty much in the height of this, and once again do the same thing as you did before, it will also bounce on the backside, dealing damage anyone in there. Lastly, snakebite for this spot in elbow. Once again, stand in this corner on long, and this time you will be placing the middle line between your AWP and wall right here in this corner, just like this. And then I will zoom it now so you can see it better, and then you will once again very simply shoot it. However, this snakebite doesn't land in this corner. This is the only disadvantage, but no one will be able to be holding your teammates coming out of hookah. So this is the biggest advantage, and it also can deal a lot of damage to anyone holding here. So we will start with these three default plans that you might see in your games. Firstly with this one, which I love to do first. You wanna stand on this line right here and just hug the wall, like that. Then you look up, and on the roof you will see these little lines. And you can see there are these two corners, and you want to place it just right here. It's very simple to learn and very easy to remember as well. I've used this lineup a lot of times. And then you just very simply shoot it at that spot, and it lands super fast, and anyone who's defusing will take a lot of damage. Other common spot for plant is this one. For this one, you want to be standing on this line and hugging this side of the wall, just like this. And then you simply look all the way here, and you will see these stones that are flying, and you just want to place it in the middle of the bottom one, just like that, right here. And you shoot it. It's gonna bounce off the wall and land perfectly on the spike, covering this whole area. So if anyone is defusing, he has to get off. And lastly, this third common spot for planters is this one, and you wanna go all the way here in the back and hug this side of the wall and stand right in the middle, just like this. Then you look right here, and you will see there is this little lighter area, and you just want to place it on this bottom corner. Once again, super easy to remember, and when you shoot it, it's gonna bounce off the wall and land perfectly on the spike, covering this whole area. So if there's anyone helping him from the behind, he's gonna take damage as well. Those are very simple 3 lineups. And lastly, I will show you when you are defending how you can deny this plan. It's very simple, just get into this corner when you are pushing from spawn and place your crosshair right in the middle of this line that is connecting these 2 spots. So pretty much somewhere in this area. Doesn't have to be very precise. Then you shoot it, and you can do this very fast. And this is how it will land. So make sure when you get here, you get into this corner, get stuck here, turn around and place it in the middle and shoot it. And this is how it looks like. Lastly, for this spot again, but this time from rafters, you can deny the plant. Just get in this corner like this, and then you place your cursor in the middle of this tube, but you want to make sure that you place it at this bottom side of it. So in the middle this doorway and then the bottom side of this tube. Just right there, and you shoot it. And it's gonna land like this, and anyone who will be planting is gonna take damage, even at these both of these spots. So it's pretty easy to do, and once again easy to remember. Lastly, I will show you this post plant lineup that you can do. You wanna go in this corner right here, next to these steel bars, and then you place your crosshair on this top right side dark spot between this top line, just right here. Then you shoot it at your highest point of your jump, just like that. It's pretty simple to time, and it's gonna land perfectly on the spike. And if there would be anyone defusing anywhere in this area, he's gonna get killed. Once again, it's easy to do and easy to remember. Firstly, we will start right here on A side with this simple plan. This one is super easy. You just wanna go into this corner on top of this rock right here. Then you look up and you wanna place your crosshair just on top of this little leaves right here on top of it. They stick out pretty well, and just simply aim above them and shoot it. It's going perfectly in front of this pyramid. But usually your teammates can plant also here, so once again, get into the same position as you were before. However, this time it's a bit harder to line up. Once again, stand on top of these rocks. However, this time you wanna be placing crosshair on this little leaf right here. It is below the spot to the right, and you can line it up by your simply placing your HUD line right here, the corner of it, just like this. I will zoom on it now, and it will simply look like this. Then you simply shoot it. It's gonna go through the bushes, and it's gonna land perfectly next to the pyramid and cover this right side. Very simple to do and very effective. And very simply on B side, there is this simple lineup on next to the pillar on this default plan. For this one, I love to be standing behind this cage, this crab cage right here. And then very simply place my crosshair right on top of this leaf that is sticking out. Just simply there and shoot it. Very simple to do, very easy to line up, and it's super fast to land as well. As you can see, it's perfectly next to this pillar. So we will start with these simple post plant lineups right here on A side. For both of these lineups, you wanna stand in this corner, and first time right here on the spike, you will be placing your line, this one, on this little circle right here, and you're gonna place on that circle your bottom right side of this toxic line, and you simply shoot it. It's a very simple lineup, easy to find, and once again easy to remember, and it lands perfectly on the default plant. However, if you plant it more to the right, you can do very similar thing from the same spot. However, this time you're gonna place your crosshair right here on this right side front facing wall under this little ledge, just like that. You place it there and shoot it. It's gonna bounce off the back wall and land perfectly in front of this side. If you are taking A side, you can try and do this simple lineup. Just simply stand in this corner, or you wanna just simply deny the plant, stand in this corner and place your crosshair at this light spot where these bricks are. And it's pretty much in the middle of this wall. You simply place your crosshair there and shoot it, and it's gonna land perfectly on this default plant, at least denying the plant and winning a little bit of seconds for your team. On B side, there's only one lineup that I know, and it's this one. It is when you are trying to play post plant on B, and you plant it right in the middle. So you stand in this on your spawn and place your crosshair on the tip of this castle, and you shoot it. And it's gonna land perfectly on the spike, just like that. And you can play either lineups, but you should know that you cannot hear the tap on the spike, so it's pretty hard. Lastly, on C, there is this simple post plant lineup. You wanna be standing all the way right here on this little turbine or whatever it is, and then you look up and you wanna see this little curve right here on the tree, and you simply place your crosshair on the bottom side of this gap, just like that, and you shoot it, and it will look like this, bounces perfectly on the spike. Pretty easy to do, lands pretty fast, and it's really reliable. And lastly, if you are attacking on C, you can do this simple lineup. Just wanna stand all the way here in the back in this corner and place your crosshair just right. There is this little O, and you wanna place your crosshair right on top of this right side of the leaf. And you shoot it, and it's gonna land behind this big box. So if there's anyone standing here and if he falls back, he will probably go through it, he will get vulnerable, and you can even try to spam him, and it would be much harder for enemies to play around with. Firstly, we will start with lineups on A side when you are attacking and you wanna gain control of the site. You wanna do, there are gonna be enemies standing in this spot, and you can simply deny them standing there with this simple snakebite from satellite, from the dish. And you wanna stand in this corner, just like this. Take out your snakebite and place your snakebite right just like this. Your little circle above the mouse, you wanna place it where it connects with this dish and the tower behind it. Perfectly in the middle. Just like that, in the middle of that line. And then you shoot it. It's gonna land perfectly on the stairs and even hit anyone if there would be under these stairs. Very simple and very effective. Other lineup will land on top of the site. Once again, you are standing in the same spot as you were standing before. However, this time you are using your HUD line, and you are placing your HUD line right in this corner where this tower and the dish meet. Just here. Just like this. You place it there. I'm gonna zoom on it now. Just like this. And then you simply shoot it. You can combine these two and do them together. Together there would be no gap and enemies would have a hard time playing on top of the site. But make sure you spam this corner. Enemies might feel secure here since they will think that you missed your lineup, but you can simply spray through and get a free kill. Just like that. If the spike is planted right here and you are on the ramp, you can do a very simple lineup. Just stand in this corner and place your crosshair in this spot where this scent ends and meets the roof right here. Simply place your crosshair there, shoot your lineup, and then wait for the defuse. And you can win a lot of time for your team this way. If the spike was planted in this corner, you can do this very simple lineup by playing from dash. You wanna stand in this corner, just go here, and then look up and you will see these leaves, and then there's this big leaf and you will be placing your crosshair especially on this one. And if you want to make it a bit more perfect, you want to go a little bit under the leaf, not much, just a very little bit, just like that, and then shoot it. This lineup is going to be very precise and it's gonna cover the whole site. So if there would be anyone trying to defuse anywhere here, you can plant anywhere in this area. There's no way that the enemies would be diffusing. Another spot is this one. You can do a lineup there from this spot and you will be placing your HUD line right here in the middle of this line. Just like this. The little tip there, as you can see. I'm gonna place it there, just like that. And then you shoot it. It's gonna land perfectly right here around these dices, even on the behind. It's a bit precise lineup, but it's easy to do, so definitely try that in your game. And lastly, if you are pushing, you wanna deny anyone being in this area, you will go in the same spot as you were before, and you will do a very similar thing. This time, you will be placing that little line in this little triangle, which you can see there. Just like that. I will zoom on it now, so you can see it better, just like that. And then you shoot it. And it's gonna land perfectly behind these dices, denying anyone the opportunity to be here. He would have to either peek you or die in the snakebite. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Those were the best and most useful lineups that I use on Fracture. Hopefully this video was helpful and see you guys soon. Bye.